Persistence and patience will reward you. The guy who sits there and, he's not the smartest guy in the room, but he's banging out those algebra equations all day. And then there's the real gifted guy that's just naturally good at maths. Consistency will win. Obviously, it depends how many days this guy's doing his algebra practice. But another analogy is in the gym. You could be one of those really intense guys that's like, yeah, do you fucking lift, man? And like every time you go to the gym, you have to take like, what's it called? No explode or jacked and be like, but then after a week, the bar you've set is so high that you're like, oh, like I'm going to skip today. And then maybe you give up. Versus the guy that's like, okay, I need to go to the gym. Goes for half an hour. Doesn't like go to the extreme, but he will be consistent. He'll go 5 days a week, and he does it for years. Who do you reckon is going to be more shredded? Get shredded, man. Who's going to make it at the end of the day? Who's going to be more fucking juicy, man, at the end of the day? Probably the consistent guy. So, there's a life pro tip for you, bros.